image, character, likeness, reproduction, image, who being the brightness of His glory, Yahweh's glory, and the express image, character of His person. Yahweh Shai is the character, the image, the likeness of Yahweh. Those that have seen me have seen the Father, Yahweh Shai. Those who understand Yahweh Shai and His words understand the Father, Yahweh, and His words, character. So Esau's character and his image is being happy and engraving himself, making himself the idol, himself high and mighty like the Most High, using witchcraft and paganism to set himself up with technology. But ours is spiritual, through Yahweh Shai, through the Word, the Bar, the law, statutes, and commandments, pushing the Word. Our mark will be a spiritual mark within our soul, body, mind. Our character will be one with Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Moving on, Kairos, Kairoskai, or Karasai, or Charasai, Kairos, means pale, stake, point, puncture, scratch, a trench, and to dig. Point, puncture, and a trench, which metaphorically means to dig. And this is all carnal. Luke 19:43. Alright, Salak 19:43. For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and encompass thee around and keep thee in on every side. They're going to surround us and squeeze us into taking this mark. The trench here is karasai, which we have been saying is one of the root words for charagma, a pale or a stake. To the idea of scratching. For the days shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee. And what's that trench? The beast system and the RFID chip. This is the trench that they're digging around us. They're going to cut us off from food and from money and from luxuries. And they're going to force us to try to cut ourselves in paganistic manner to serve Satan and the beast and Esau in America and not Yahweh Shai. They want us carnally to serve the beast by cutting ourselves, and they're going to force us to do that by cutting off, digging a trench around us by our food, our money, and all the necessities we need to live. You can see that in the government shutdown already. He's doing it to his own people. America, Esau, Edom is doing it to everybody now, not just the Israelites, the Native Americans, Hispanic, Latinos, and so-called African Americans. He's doing it to everybody. Even white people are fed up with their own government. He's digging a trench around us all and trying to ensnare us all like the devil he is. So, Karaksai, or Karasai, pale stake, point, puncture, scratch, trench, dig. He's trying to entrench us. And one last word for the year of Charagma is stigma. Punch, prick, mark, brand ownership, a scar of service. But as I'm going to speak about, this is going to be on the spiritual side. Galatians 6:17. From hence let no man trouble me, for I bear the body, in my body, Salak, the marks, stigma of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rawak, Kwadash, the law, statutes, and commandments, this word being pushed forth through GMS, through the Spirit. We bear those marks, and they're spiritual marks. They're not carnal, actual marks that we have to put on our bodies, like the mark of the beast is. It is a carnal, physical mark in which you downplay Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, you put yourself as God, and you make a cutting on your own body, which isn't even yours. So you're saying a lot when you take that mark. You saying you're your own God, you can sustain your own self. But as we know, Yahweh's got something for that ass. A nuclear warhead, to be precise. So, just to reiterate quickly on the year Charagma, the word Charagma, from Kara, joy, glad, pleasant, Karaso, engrave, Charagma itself, meaning stamp, imprint, image, idol, mark, carved, engraved, a brand or badge of servitude. Along the lines with the word Charagma, we have character, is the instrument tool to engrave, is the image or the actual the actual thing that is engraved or carved, the image, impression, character, symbol, or mark. Reproduction, representation, likeness, image, mark, image. Kairos or Karasai or Karaskai, Karasai, pale stake, point puncture. Scratch, dig, from the word trench. You gotta dig and scratch to build a trench. Stigma, puncture, prick, mark, brand, ownership, scar of service. Ours is spiritual. Once again, the word, the bar, Yahweh, Yahweh, the law, statutes, and commandments, and pushing the truth to seal the elect, and condemned Esau and 2/3. So, wrapping it up, year of Charagma, mark of the beast, is the RFID chip. Charagma, this is a German 666 prophecy book written back in the day. I cannot find much information on it, but I did translate the title right here in German, means painting of animals or painting of the animal. If you brothers can look that up and find some information, that'd be good, but so far I haven't found any. And this is a German prophecy 666 book written about 5-10 years ago, maybe even more, and they're talking about the same thing. So even Esau, even other Esauites and Edomites know the truth, and you so-called Israelites, or you 2/3 that can't seem to think that the mark of the beast is an RFID chip, even other Edomites know it is. What's wrong with you? If the dumbest animal, the dumbest nation, the dumbest race understand, some of them understand that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, why can't you simple so-called Israelites, or you 2/3 scoffers, why can't you understand that for one time in their entire lives, some of these Edomites are not lying? They're telling you the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Alright, so I made the sentence with the definitions. Joy, gladness in cutting, imprinting, marking. Joy, gladness, Kaira. In cutting, imprinting, marking, Charagma, Kairaso. An image, idol, character, mark, Charagma, Kairaksai. Of man, technology. And in here we use man, Edom, man's technology. In the body. Man, Edom's technology, Esau, so-called red and white nations, your technology is carnal. It includes cutting yourself like the pagans you are, to establish that you are your own God and you will live forever through technology. Adam is the Israelites is salvation and mark. Adam through Yahweh is the only thing we need to spiritually seal the elect, and that's knowing, understanding, and believing that the white man's the devil, that Yahweh are so-called dark brown men, that Israelites are the Native Americans, so-called African Americans, so-called Hispanics, so-called Latinos, and knowing that GMS has 100% of the truth, and that your job is to study and to understand and study and feed as you're getting fed. Feed the sheep, because the elders and apostles at GMS are feeding us. And last but not least, the devils take pleasure, again, Kara, in technology, D-Wave, CERN, transhumanism, singularity, unification with AI, artificial intelligence, technology, and robotics. A bunch of garbage that's not even going to come to fruition with them nukes hit. When nukes hit, none of this is going to matter. Through RFID chip, mark of the beast, Charagma, 5G waves, to make life easier, convenient, and supposedly live forever. Esau, you're a dumbass. Esau needs no God power and fears no adversity. Again, Psalms 10:4 4, 5, and 6. Through his pride in his countenance he will not seek after